This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. Because we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week. LSU Tigers taking on the second-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handoff from the shotgun. Moves the ball up to the 30. Well, last time they played, as has happened quite often in the rivalry, it was Alabama making just enough plays, Kirk, to win a close one.
And, Chris, in that matchup, Alabama just proved to be so much better coached on both sides of the ball, able to escape with a narrow victory. LSU feels this year will be different. It's an opportunity to avenge such a close loss.
The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
They need a yard here in third down to keep this opening drive going. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to third down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to pass this time. Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past, and we're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
Ball handed off. Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Sticking with the running game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage, just nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a third down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Quick throw, testing the middle. He's got it for a big gain. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's caught downfield. It's a quick tackle, but a solid gain moves the ball to the 15-yard line.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, the script from the offensive coordinator works perfectly here to get this game started for this offense. Great job of mixing up a lot of different looks to get a read and a gauge of what this defense is up to today, and you're able to put 6 points up on the board. Great start.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Here's the handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Here's the 2nd down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The game goes back to 1895, Kirk, but as you know, it's begun to pick up intensity, this rivalry, because they are always in each other's way in the SEC.
Yeah, this rivalry doesn't necessarily have the history, even though it does go back to 1895. But you're right. Things seem to change when the SEC split East and West. It became a battle about who would represent the West, the winner typically between Alabama and LSU. It seems like every year from that point on, it's a game we all point to before the season even starts.
1st and 10 now for the offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Lets it go quickly. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL, all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
Fires it to the wideout, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, but the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. But the gain is just 1 yard. Sets up a 3rd and 9 now.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Looking for a deep completion. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Handoff in a single back formation. Throws a stiff arm. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Second down, we're going to throw it. The pass rush closing in. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Bringing pressure. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs, and also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
Third down sack will make the defensive coordinator very happy. Punt team ready to boot it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Just able to get it away. He'll field it close to midfield. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Bengals offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? How's the spin move? He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29. First down here for this offense. They're going to run it here. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
First down, right back to the running game. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And that's a solid game for the defense able to bring him down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown. Tie.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. And he's looking to make a big play downfield.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. See if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Powering through. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, the deep ball caught at the 25. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Defense is coming after him. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And they heave it deep downfield. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play, but give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They're going to run it. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He makes the grab. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. The offense threatening now, 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. So we reach the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime.
The real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. There's contact on the throw. No, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. He missed it. No goal. No good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
How about this on 1st and goal? A handoff to the receiver. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And the extra point was up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. And Coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. Can they bounce back from that right away? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it. The receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Linebacker shifting around now. Scanning the field. It's Burden. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Launching downfield. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here before halftime, wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive at this point. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Man, I don't know how he wasn't able to hold on to that football in the end zone. That's a touchdown. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for this defense. When they get to film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. What was the breakdown that almost allowed that big play?
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Well, gutsy call here to go for this instead of taking the field goal, but it works out. Great touchdown. They now lead by 6. An extra point away, and they go up by 7 here at the half.
And now here comes the point after attempt. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They get the second half started with a running play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense. They're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's moving out of the pocket now. After all that running around, they've caught him for a sack.
That's exactly what the coach, I'm sure, talked about there at halftime. Is the defense is going to be out there on the field first. We're down in this football game. We got to get pressure on this offense, come up with some plays, and get the ball back to our offense. And that's exactly what they have a chance to do now.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. To the air, it's Burden. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's complete downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Running back grabs it on a screen. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's 4th down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Kick is up and no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
It's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
They give it to the receiver on a jet sweep. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. Second down after that run on the previous play. Keeping it on the ground here. Breaks loose at the 45. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Looking for his big tight end. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Can he take it all the way? Out past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bama. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. That is a game-changing play by this defense.
Well, game-changing. The momentum now is on their side. They've got confidence that they can finish this game off and get a win. If they do, we're going to remember this play right here.
BAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the 3rd quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And that BYU Bengals offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick six. Can they recover from that right now? And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
And now the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Okay, it's third down after that run. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, third down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs, and that is a first down.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. A jet sweep here. Can the receiver get the edge? He's found some room at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Man, I love this play call here by your offensive coordinator. They catch the defense out of position. They turn that into a nice chunk of yardage. But the execution was great, and the timing of when to call the play. The defense was lulled to sleep, and before they could react to the jet sweep,
they hit him behind the line, and out comes the football. The defense has picked up the football going the other way.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, what a wasted possession. In the second half of a tied game, you got the ball in the red zone, you're going in to score and take the lead, and you put the ball on the ground. And just like that, you flip the momentum to your opponent.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. They'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Dropping back, it's Burden. It's an out route, the catch made. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. First down and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. And there's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
So now it's third and short from the 30. A chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense slowing them down.
To throw, it's Burden. Finds an open target on the left side. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a job by this defense. They would simply not relent. Incredible effort.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. The last possession ended in a costly fumble in plus territory. They can't have another one of those here. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
This guy's been such a big factor in this game. Already a couple touchdowns. Now they need the first down. They dial him up again, and he delivers.
Extending the play now. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He'll hand it off. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And he drops back in the gun. Running out of time in the pocket. He makes the grab. Touchdown, LSU. Made the defense look slow that time.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective, moving them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a play here by the defense. We kept thinking this defense might have to come up with a stop to give the ball back to their own offense and see if they can maybe take the lead, but instead they take matters into their own hands and come up with a turnover and a touchdown.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Looking for the wideout. He's got his man wide open. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. At the 20. At the 10 now. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Chris, this is a great touchdown by the quarterback and receiver, but I just can't help but think this is why defensive coordinators work so hard on the pursuit drill. Better effort from the collective defense. Prevented that from being a touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. On first down, it's play action. The pocket breaking down. Pressure is coming. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Freshman trying to take a shot, but put too much on the throw.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Using his legs on the scramble. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play. They bring the punter onto the field now. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Burden. Lets it go. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. Look out, he's got some space. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Look at that, a defensive touchdown, and suddenly they've taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, the defense said to heck with it. We're going to take matters into our own hands with this late touchdown, and now the dynamic of this game is completely shifted.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. So it's going to come down to this, Kirk. Can this offense execute when it matters most?
Chris, it's a rivalry game. It's a 2-minute drill. You work on this all year, especially this week. They've emphasized it. Now you get your opportunity. And don't forget about the defense out there. If they can get these guys off the field, they can secure a victory. Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. The pass rush closing in. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Tries the right with a quick throw. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here's that defense shifting again. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Bringing pressure. Lets it go quickly. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And he makes his way out of bounds. Good thinking there. Clock is stopped.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw. It's Burden. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. Second down and goal upcoming. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, tie.
What a touchdown here to pull them within 1 with under a minute to go. Conventional wisdom says you kick the extra point and you rely on your defense to send this game to overtime. But it could go for 2 to try to take the lead.
And now the decision is to go for 2 and win it right here. From the shotgun, drops back. And it's caught. The gutsy call pays off for 2 points, and they take the lead here late. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Interesting strategic decision. They've got some time to work with. Will they play for a field goal or take a shot at the touchdown and win it here? And he lofts it toward the sideline. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now all there is to do is run out. Walk out of here with a W.